And hello, Instagram. We are going live. Today we are talking about real talk when it comes to health, right? And last week I talked about really that number on the scale and how that number does not define you, but that number does not define you hardcore. And that's what we really want to focus on today because I don't know if you've heard that saying that health is wealth. Anybody heard that saying, health is wealth? And it sounds when you're like a person who lives paycheck to paycheck and you're really struggling, you're like, health is wealth. That sounds stupid. Like, I'm not even going to listen to that. But really, it actually becomes so very true. You can find these people that have all the money in the world and their health is, and you can't live an actual happy life like that. When you have severe health problems or you're having something that's hitting the fan or something is affecting your health, you really enter a space where it doesn't feel right. Like life doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel good, and you just want to get back to feeling good. And really, when it gets to that point, it feels like nothing else matters. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. I kind of am actually experiencing this right now. I've had several weeks of some health issues that popped up that I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Now, I have been a little hesitant to share on socials a little bit because of my own fears and all of that, and just going, well, are people going to judge me because I am a health coach and they think I'm not healthy, or they think that I did something to lose weight that is in an unhealthy manner? And really, I just need to put all of those excuses in the trash because when I lost all my weight, I felt amazing and really healthy. And then within the last couple, maybe several weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, I've had a health issue that I'm like, wait a second, I'm not really sure what's going on. I really need to get to the bottom of it because my body does not even feel like my body anymore. It feels like a completely foreign thing that's going on, and I'm really trying to get to the bottom of it. If I look at both places, it's because I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I generally don't like to do this because I have to toggle back and forth, and I really like to look at you and look at you. But honestly, I am honoring my energy right now because I have so little of it to spare that I'm on both. So if I look at either way, that's why. But really, when it comes to your own health and looking at it in the terms of that's how wealthy I can be, that's how amazing I can be, that's how great I can feel in general without doing all this extra stuff and just waking up and having that energy and having the time and the patience to really put in your nutrition, your workout, your mental health, your mindset, your physical and emotional health. All of those things matter when it comes to you and your health and how to have a really fabulous life and feel amazing all the way through. And it's more than a number on the scale, and it's more than you fitting in a certain size or anything like that. And I will tell you very honestly, I had a goal number when I first started of what I wanted to weigh, and I was like, never really hit that. At this point right now, I've very, very, very close, but only because I haven't been able to fully eat because of the health and the gut issues that I'm having. Hopefully getting some answers very soon. I have a colonoscopy scheduled tomorrow, so I am prepping for that today. But when you get in that mode, you really are like, trying to fit yourself into what a healthy box or a healthy number, whatever you think that is for you. And even that goal number, that's a number that like my body doesn't feel good at. It's not a realistic number for me. It's not a realistic health goal. And it's not a health goal. It's trying to make yourself fit in this tiny little box of where you think you're supposed to be instead of really checking in on your body to see how you feel. How does it feel when you undereat and you overexercise? It feels like trash. It feels like garbage, right? We can all agree on that. And that's not the way that we should live life. I know a lot of us women, we've been programmed like diet culture. You need to do cardio until you die, run off that fat, blah, 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 and fit again in this little box. And we are so disconnected as a society in general from really checking in on how we feel. That is a huge indicator of health right out the gate. And how you feel has a direct impact on your health, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. How you feel impacts all of that. So when I say health is wealth, it's really that by putting your health at the forefront instead of, I need to lose weight, I have to lose this weight, I have to get this fat off, I have to do this, I need to fit this number on a scale, I need to fit this little box, I need to do this. Instead, taking that time back and just checking in on how you feel. Anytime I have any woman ever, or anybody, I would say, because there's dudes in there too, and the dudes that are in the 10-day sugar detox academy, they can hang. Absolutely, they can for sure hang. But anytime anybody ever goes through there, I always ask, not how much weight do you lose, like I will compliment you, look amazing. How do you feel? How do you feel? That's where we need to get back to. When we're at real talk and like, I don't feel good, something's going on with your health that we have to get to the bottom of it, because in general, we should not feel like crap on a regular basis. That's never the goal. And so throughout my own health journey and losing weight, I healed a lot of my health problems. And that doesn't mean that those things are gone for forever. You still have to work on those and still have to take care of them. And also, if like I was a garbage dump before, I will fully admit, I tell people I was a garbage dump, and I would just eat anything and everything, and it didn't matter, and hot dogs and ultra processed foods. And so sometimes even when you do that and you try to hit a certain point of life and that you're like, well, I'm going to take care of my weight and my health right now, the Pied Piper can always come calling, and I'm trying not to think, well, that's what's happening to me now. I'm just trying to take a step back and look at, how do I feel? If I'm not feeling good, that's a really good indication that I need to look into something and figure out what's going on. What are the steps that I can take to fix it? How can I fix it? Can I fix it with nutrition? Can I fix it with, XYZ? Do I have to do whatever, medication or anything under the sun, moon, and stars? But that's the biggest real talk I want to empower everybody with, is that instead of worrying about losing the fat, losing the weight, the number on the scale, fitting into a certain size, fitting into your old jeans, any of those things, really taking that second and checking in, how does this make me feel? If you're on a yo-yo diet and you feel like trash, that's a good indicator that that's not something that's healthy for you, because you shouldn't feel like trash. When women come out of the 10-day sugar detox academy, they feel fabulous, fantastic. That's the goal, for you to be able to go throughout life and feel great, not feel like you're dragging, not feel like you're going to fall over. I mean, I woke up yesterday morning and I knew I had underate the day before, not intentionally. I'm not trying to starve myself. I have gut issues that are going on, getting checked out with the doctor tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to film that colonoscopy because that seems a little weird, but I knew that I underate, and probably around 500 or 600 calories, which I'm an 1800 calorie plus type of a chick. Like I'm an eater. So I woke up and I was like, whoa, I could tell I don't feel good. I don't feel good. This is not good. So when you get up in the morning, check in. How do I feel? After you eat a meal, check in. How do you feel? After you work out, check in. How do you feel? If you drink enough water, Deb's here, by the way. How do you feel? You will hear me say this over and over, because that will be the indicator of what's going on in your body, if what you're doing is healthy and sustainable for you. Again, when we have people who, and I will never shame anybody for doing weight loss shots, weight loss surgery, none of it. The reason I specifically tell people that I did it without is to let people know it's possible and that there is hope, because lots of times you can feel really stuck and hopeless. So I will never shame anybody for those, but also know that those are a tool and not the end all be all. Not the end all be all. It's not going to be sustainable for something to keep you for the rest of your life, or meaning that that's the only tool you need in your tool belt. Because even beyond those two things, you still need to feel good. Otherwise, I mean, life is so short that to go through life and feel like trash for a lot of it, that sounds really sucky. That sounds like, I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to go through life feeling like trash. So really giving yourself that good check-in. If you're on a program, how does it make you feel? Everything. Your friends, how do they make you feel? Your loved ones, how do they make you feel? Checking in with your body. I know that I've had some gut issues, and I really think that I pushed some stuff off for a little too long where I was like, yeah, I'm checking in. I feel okay. I feel okay in the rest of my body. So this isn't that bad that I can just keep it moving, da, 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 da. And if your body is telling you something and you do not pay attention, it will continue to tell you until it gets to a point where it's like, nope, we need to take care of this now because I don't feel good. I do not feel good. So I'm gonna create havoc, and that's where you can go. Like right now, I've got a little bit of havoc going on. I'm like, okay, I will listen. Checking in, how do I feel today? This morning, I actually felt a little bit better, but it was because I literally force fed myself dinner last night and breakfast, so that I could feel like I had the strength and the energy to come here and do a live stream for Instagram, for Facebook, and YouTube. And I appreciate you so much for being here and watching this. And really, the biggest takeaway is stop trying to fit yourself into a box. Stop trying to fit yourself into a number on the scale. Stop trying to fit yourself into a tight ass jeans that you're like, eh. Those, when we really focus on those, we can start to feel like trash. So stop trying to make yourself fit into something that's so tiny or so limiting or so what you think it's because I need to lose this and I need to do that. And I'm not saying that those things aren't important. I'm not at all. But I am saying that if you are on things and you're trying to take care of that, always go back to how do I feel? How does this make me feel? Is it giving me more energy? Is it draining me? Is it making my hair fall out? Is it making it feel like I can't even work out at the end of the night? All of those things really matter. So please take forward checking in. How do you feel? Because that's going to be a really key indicator for your health as well. If you feel great, you feel fantastic. I mean, I'm turning 39 next Friday. And, last month, if you had asked me, I'd be like, I feel fantastic. I can lift heavy. I never need pre-workout. I have sustained energy and I really like it and I feel good. But now I'm at the point where my body's like, I'm telling you something that we need to take care of to make sure that we maintain our health. Yes, maintaining our weight is a good goal, but we have to maintain our health and look at it for that. I actually just saw a post. I have like hair that's loose here. Oh, it was like tucked in my armpit. But I saw a post earlier that was talking about working out and how, we will, especially women, will either work out to punish ourselves or we're working out to lose weight. We're working out to fit in a certain size, to hit a certain number on the scale and all those things. But we forget to really look at that long term. Number one, working out, major mental health boost, major physical boost, but also we look at it in terms of longevity. If you're doing something that improves your health, like lifting weights, resistance training, those types of things, then long term that becomes where you're building muscle, you're becoming stronger, you're becoming more resilient, your bones are actually getting stronger, and you therefore, when you're 70, can get up and down off of the floor with kids, grandkids, animals, whatever floats your boat, where you're like, I feel good, I can do this, And that's that part that we forget in checking in. How does this make us feel? Stop trying to fit a little box thing that we all think or have been programmed or even have lied to ourselves. When I started, I lied to myself and said, I need to hit this certain number on a scale. Now knowing after going down, 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 that number doesn't feel good. That number doesn't feel healthy. So it's a no-go for me. It's a no-go because it's like, I'm not going to kill myself to get down to a certain number and feel like trash all the time. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And your health is your wealth. You do not want to do things so detrimental to your health. Like if you're losing weight rapidly and you're not building muscle and you're a woman in your 40s and 50s, it becomes a little concerning because then when you hit 70, you have a high probability that you will be a fall risk, that when you fall down, you might break a hip. Those are all things that we don't think of when we're in our late 30s and 40s and the 20s and all that. We're like, meh, old people, you know what I mean? But on Instagram, there's a lady, Train with Joan. I absolutely love her profile. She was a woman and she didn't start lifting until I think she was in her late 40s. I'm pretty sure late 40s. And now she's in her 70s and she is a total bad chick. I love her. It's she reminds me of just like a little she's like a little school teacher marm. I don't know. She's such a little sweetie. But it's so amazing to see that. And we always can think maybe it's too late for us or blah blah blah. Take the time and just use today. Check in. How do I feel? If you feel like crap, maybe it's time to start taking care of your health instead of worrying about that number on a scale, the size jeans that you want to get back to. I hear a lot of women, they're like, well, I want to fit back in my high school stuff. And I'm like, you're not in high school anymore, hon. We need to make different choices because you're a grown woman. We're at this point where instead of saying, I want to fit back in my clothes from high school, I want to be able to do a push-up when I'm 70. I want to be able to pick up my grandkids and swing them around when I'm 70 and not have my daughter go, oh, don't talk, because I'm a fall risk. So health is wealth. And if you're starting to check in with how you feel, take that few minutes a couple times a day. Always check in. How do I feel? How does this make me feel? If I'm not feeling good, let's start to put health at the forefront. So I appreciate you being here so much. If you are not following me yet, you can follow. And if you want to know what are the 5 things, if I had to start all the way over, I lost 120 pounds without surgery or medication. If you want to know what I would do if I had to start all the way over, you can message me and I'll send you a video with all those details. Deb also makes an appearance in there. Also a heads up, I am hosting a masterclass in a couple weeks called What's for Dinner. If you struggle with that, knowing how to meal plan, knowing how to track food, knowing how to zhuzh recipes so they can still be delicious, but they don't have to be like this thing. One of my amazing clients told me yesterday about this recipe called cracked chicken. I don't know if y'all have heard of cracked chicken. Okay. I looked it up because I had not heard of cracked chicken. I made a crack pie one time on Thanksgiving and I was like, wow, okay. So I looked up cracked chicken and I was like, this looks so delicious. But also it's going to be like, whoa, really high in fat. I mean, it has cream cheese, bacon. I mean, it has the whole shebang. It's going to be delicious. So how can we judge that recipe and make it actually delicious, still fit, and still be something that everybody enjoys? So if you really struggle with that, make sure that you're on my email list at reneepaulson.com because the Warrior Tribe will be notified first when sign up for What's for Dinner is available. And that's going to be a big masterclass. Like I said, I'm going to teach you how to pick recipes, how to pick delicious recipes, how to track them, how to judge them, meaning how do I go in and be a mad scientist? And if it looks like something that's not going to work, how can I make it work for my health, my food, my nutrition, and my health and weight loss goals? All of those things, how to create a grocery list and how to make it through the grocery store with only the things on your list. That was a big one for me before because you know what I mean? Like even I remember as a kid, I would go through the grocery store and when my mom wasn't looking, I'd just be like, meh. I just throw it in the cart. Be like, oh, we're gonna have that too. And she would never notice until we got up to the cash register. And moms, once you're at the cash register, some moms like me, if it's something I'm like, no, absolutely not. But my mom gave me a lot more wiggle room on that. So thanks, Mom. I'm not going to say anything because my mom's probably going to watch this and she'll be like, no. So I would remember doing that all the time. So now there's online shopping. It makes it a lot easier. But how we can make it through the grocery store with only those things on our list. And yeah, so I'm very excited about that. Make sure that you are a member of the Warrior Tribe. You can join that by going to reneepaulson.com if you're not already. And of course, I will send you the video with 5 things that I would start, and then you'll be notified first when sign up is available for What's for Dinner. Okay, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. The toggle before my friend Heather does this, and she does it so well, and I feel like I don't know about this, so we'll see. I don't know. But I needed to conserve that energy just so I could bring this message because it is very important for us to really, again, check in how we feel and put our health at the forefront. Stop trying to fit in a box. You don't fit in a box. You're not a box. You're a warrior. So check in with how you feel, and I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here, everyone, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. end here. I'm going to end here. Oh, very good.